Success. One of the things I want to talk about is success and what that means to me, which is pretty simple. And I think success is a matter of having healthy relationships and, good people around you in your life. Um, One of the things that worked for me in my success and the things that I'm doing in life was that I was able to separate myself from the negative, and I was able to get around positive people that really showed that they cared for people, for human beings. Because I'm a man first, and I'm a man that have learned along that journey of connecting with positive people that this is what life is all about. You have to care for other human beings, which is very important. I think life is all about evolving and becoming greater human beings in life. um Reaching your full potential, your highest expression in life. Being courageous enough to be who you want to be, to do what you want to do, to have all you want to have, to go where you want to go. That's what life is to me, and success. Having liberation and true freedom. And speaking of freedom and liberation, it's something that, you know, um, is very important. Like in the 40s, 50s, no, I say the 50s, 60s, and early 70s is a time where there was a civil rights movement when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, Black Panthers, and a lot of people, put their lives on the line for us to be able to have liberation, which is something that they fought for. And here now in 2018, we have some things up against us currently that we're dealing with. There's a lot of movements going on, a lot of people fighting for liberation, in which is very important to human beings. So speaking of liberation and freedom, I think freedom comes from your mind. You can be in prison, and still have a free mind. You don't have to be encaged in your mind. You might be shackled physically, but mentally you can be free if that's who you choose to be. You know, so liberation is a part of being successful. What is life if you can't be who you want to be, do what you want to do, have what you want to have, go where you want to go? Living a life of true liberation. Most of us living in the same old situations, the same old cycles, and the only way that we can be more happy and live a fulfilling life and a more higher expression, we have to surround ourselves first of all around good people, positive people. Number one. Number two, when you're around people that you love and appreciate, and y'all expressing that real love to each other, the sky is the limit. You can do anything you put your mind to when you're around the right people and you got the right team together. That's what it's about, man. And our people got to get back to the unity. When it comes to freedom and liberation, and our people trying to fight for their rights and this and that, you got some people that's really, fighting for our freedom. You got a lot of black folks on the front line and trying their best to come together. And you got even some white people that's on the forefront of liberation and freedom. You know what I'm saying? And which most black people don't want to tell you. But there's some white people out there that is, leading, our culture into liberation. You know what I'm saying? And most people don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to admit to that. Just like, how can you, if you think about it, Barack Obama wasn't elected, just by black people. You know what I mean? You got some white people that are really good people. Not everybody is a racist and an enemy. I have Caucasian friends myself that treated me better than my black friends. To be honest, I'll tell you the truth. You know, and So I mean, my whole point is, I'm talking about healthy relationships.